Hey everybody, this is Matt at tradingparadigm.com, and today I want to talk about the best futures trading method. There are a lot of ways to approach trading, with various markets, instruments, tools, indicators, and strategies to choose from. But in my opinion, the absolute best futures trading method is one rooted in auction market theory and profiling. These might be things that you've never even heard of before, and if you have, you probably wrote them off as being too advanced, unconventional, or confusing. But I highly suggest giving them a real chance because they've completely changed the game for me. Just like many other retail traders trying to make money in markets, I started off attempting to blindly copy guru alerts. It seemed like a great idea at the time as a complete noob, but of course, it didn't work in anything close to a consistent or sustainable way. I eventually moved on to a more responsible, self sufficient approach by learning and applying various forms of technical analysis, using and testing popular indicators like moving averages, RSI, MACD, Fibonacci levels, and much more. And I did develop some moderate levels of success with some of these indicators, but generally speaking, my results still weren't all that impressive. Certainly better and more consistent than blindly following guru alerts, but still not enough to have any high degree of trust or confidence in what I was doing. But when I came across auction market theory and profiling, everything changed. Taking the time to deeply understand auction market theory and view markets through the lens of profiling tools revealed a foundational understanding of market behavior that I was missing. And it made market movement, which previously seemed highly random, chaotic, and confusing, far less so. It brought a whole new level of clarity and structure to my understanding of market behavior that I honestly can't believe was essentially hidden from me for so long. In my first few years of getting into trading, I'd been through more courses, programs, and services than I could count on both hands. And absolutely none of them ever even mentioned auction market theory or profiling. Maybe it was just a matter of me looking in the wrong places at that time, but every course seemed to be the same general thing, teaching what candlesticks are and a few cookie cutter patterns, sometimes supplemented with one or two conventional indicators like RSI or MACD. And that was kind of the bulk of the education. Every course was essentially the same basic technical analysis overview. But what kind of baffles me, knowing what I know now, is why there was never any mention of auction market theory in profiling, when auction market theory is basically the foundation for understanding market behavior. It's even more important and more foundational than bars or candlesticks. It's essentially like a natural law of markets, like gravity in the universe. In trying to operate effectively without an understanding of it and its impact on market movement is kind of crazy. To some degree, you might be able to ignore it for a while and get by with more of a surface level approach. But when there's so much more awareness and potential beyond basic candlestick patterns and conventional technical indicators, why wouldn't you uncover it? And by the way, I'm not completely negating the effectiveness of these things. Candlestick patterns and various technical indicators certainly have their place, but in my opinion, they're all secondary to understanding auction market theory and utilizing profiling tools. Auction market theory explains market movement and behavior through various concepts and principles, but profiling tools as a direct extension of that, like volume and market profile, are the best tools for viewing and analyzing that behavior. I've already published multiple posts and videos covering profiling if you wanted to dive into understanding these tools in much more detail. But the bottom line is that you're missing out on a lot of key market-generated information if you're not using these tools. I sometimes mention that trading with them is like having X-ray market vision, and trading without them is like trading blind, which is a little bit extreme, but in my experience, there's a lot of truth in it. And I just don't want people who are putting the time and energy into becoming great traders and really pursuing it on a serious, committed level to not even be aware of these tools. I wasn't aware of these tools for so long And it's a little bit frustrating to think about because I could only imagine how much further along I'd be if I dug into them years earlier. To me, they're the basis for an extremely strong, robust methodology. So overall, within this post, I kind of highlight the profile method offered by Aaron Korbs at TradeAct, which is a top-notch training and mentorship program focused on intraday futures trading using volume profile as a primary analysis tool. And this program has had a huge impact on me personally, and also has a name, the profile method, that fits in perfectly with the topic of this article. So that's one of the main reasons why I highlighted it. But really, my own trading style is a combination of concepts, principles, and overall methodologies taught by numerous traders like Josh Schuler, Morad Askar, Merritt Black, Jim Dalton, and more, all of which are great traders and genuine educators. And I say this a lot, but I don't think it's any coincidence that the absolute best traders I know have methodologies deeply rooted in auction market theory and profiling. It's simply the strongest way to view and analyze markets. So that's the general direction I would suggest going down if you're looking for a strong methodology. You can find the link to this full article and several related articles down in the description. And if you have any thoughts or questions to share, please do so in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.